Say hello to the AirMaks Katran wearing a immersive optics 10x40, I think that is. What a great prism scope that is. Now I think this is the second AirMaks that I've had on the channel. I think the last one was the crate, or the first one was the crate. Very impressed with that. This thing is damn accurate. The proof is always in the pudding, that's what I say. And if it looks good as well, then it's a winner. With this being quite a slender bit of kit, I thought it'd be appropriate just to run a prism scope on it, just to, you know, just to keep it, not compact, but keep it lightweight. So let me just throw out some specs on this particular rifle. So this is the Katran. This one's in 177, it's sub 12. They are available in 2.2 and 2.5. Overall length is 910 millimeters, folded, and it has got a folding stock. When it's folded up, it is 684 millimeters. Weighs in at, just call it 2.5 kilos. CZ barrel on these, because they are made in Czech Republic after all. 400 mil. Let's just confirm that, because I'm reading specs off the internet and it's always sometimes a little bit you know. Yeah, 400 mil barrel on that. Get the trusty Stanley out, the tape measure. This one has a I think it's a 480cc bottle. It is carbon fiber wrapped aluminium bottle. Massive shot count in 2.2. I've read a good review of this particular rifle by Russ Douglas. He's a good friend of mine. He did a brilliant write-up about this rifle, and he reckons he was getting over 600 shots in the 2.2 per fill. That's amazing. So 177, you're going to get a little less. Let's say 500 shots for argument's sake. You're going to get a tin of pellets out per fill before it starts, you know, leveling out with the regulator. So that's fantastic shot capacity or shot count. Magazines, I do like the magazines. Dead easy to load. You literally just fill them up. You just put them in and fill them up until you get all the way around, and that's it. So they're as simple as that. Cassette style magazines, I had no issues with them whatsoever. In 177 they are 18 shot, 2.2 they are 16 shot, and 2.5 caliber they are 14 shot. Aluminium construction, so they're not plastic. The actual outer is aluminium, which is quite nice. I think it's aluminium. Let's give it the magnet test. Yeah, aluminium or aluminum for you guys across the pond. So that's the mags. You do have this nice storage thing here to keep your magazines, if you can get it the right way up. Oh, I'll get it in a minute. Hang on. There we go. Keep your mags in like that. So there is storage for 2 magazines, which is always handy. They are magnetic, so you have to give them a bit of a pull. So I don't think they drop out and, you know, you'd lose them or anything. So yeah, love the mags. But that's pretty much it for the specs. Anyway, let's take it from the top. So, butt pad there, rubberized. It is adjustable. You have to sort of undo it and tighten it and whatnot. But I've loosened it here so you can sort of just see it there. I think you can raise that cheek piece ever so slightly. Really like that. That there is your magnet for when you fold the stock. So you basically press the button here, fold, and then you've got a nice compact unit there for storage or carriage, which is pretty cool. And that's on a magnet, as mentioned. Feels good and solid. The lockup is nice. Oh, that's just dropped off. It's even more compact now because I've undone that. Let's pop that back in. I need to tighten that up. But it was just a demo for you guys to show the adjustment of it. Side lever cocking, as you can see here. So pretty solid linkages, and you know, a little bit of wobble on the linkages, but you know, nothing major. Picatinny rail, as you can see, that's what I've got this prism scope riding on top. The built-in Picatinny rail, which is really nice. All anodized, coated. The receiver is tough, durable. I don't think it's going to scratch that easy. It's at first I thought, because sometimes when you feel these guns, you're like, is that Cerakote? It's almost like felt like a Cerakote to me, but it is actually an anodized finish, but really nice nevertheless. You have got like this bit of a I'd say it's almost like an AR-15 handguard. It's like a section of handguard, but which protects where the bottle is screwed in, and obviously you've got a bit of key mod here, which you can see, bit of Picatinny rail on the bottom there. It's not M-lock, I guess, or I'd suggest that, you know, when they make newer models, probably go for Magpul M-lock, I'd say. That's just my take on it anyway. There's a bottle, as mentioned, 480cc with a huge shot count. So that is really cool. There is your fuel gauge there. Okay. There's your trigger there. Plenty of room for a gloved finger. The pistol grip, I'm super impressed with. I really do like this pistol grip. It has a bit of a swelled out bit on the side, and you can rest your thumb on it. So it's almost like a thumb rest. It worked for me quite well. It's not got it on this side, which is weird. There's your safety catch, by the way. Okay, so it's an AR-15 style safety catch, but I don't know, with this grip it almost feels like a thumb rest, only if you're a lefty though. So I don't know whether the guys from AirMaks had set this one up for me or what, I don't know, but it was super comfortable. This grip is textured, rubberized, really nice. That's where the magazine goes. Let's just open it up like that. Your magazine drops in like so. Magnetic. You can close it up there. It hasn't got the last shot stop on it, so it will go into battery basically once you know, you fired your last shot. So if you don't keep a count, which I never do, you'll fire like a puff of air. While that is cocked, let's give the trigger a pull just to see what it is doing. From what I remember, that trigger is a super light trigger. Oof. Yeah, I think I even pulled that a bit too hard. 7.3 ounces on the trigger. What? That is a nice trigger. Yeah, I've got to remind myself. Sorry, guys. Yeah, that is a super light trigger. Really, really nice. Let's take that mag out. Oh, it just means I've got to remind myself again how good that trigger is. Put that on the back. Oh yeah, that is cool. That is cool. Right, how did it get on the range? Now, the proof is always in the pudding, as I always say. I used 7 different types of pellets, and these are the results. I will roll in footage if I've got it, because I have lost a bit of footage for some reason of my shooting of this, well, the target footage of this gun for some reason. I did on my last video that I uploaded, or a couple of videos back, I think it was the BSA. For some reason, God knows what's happened to the footage where I shot the target, but hopefully I've got this, and it's still on my computer somewhere. But this is the results of what I got. So first of all was H&M Field Target Trophies, which are them. 8.64 grains. They nearly spilled everywhere. 30 yards. Okay, 177. 3-shot groups. Thumb is there for scale. Okay, next ones were RWS Superdomes, 8.3 grains. That is them. Oh, let's just put them down there. We can sort of see what we're... Weirdly, I had a flyer there. Don't know what went on, but... And then a nice group there. It grouped rather nicely. It wasn't re-zeroing or anything like that for these pellets. I was just aiming at the bullseye each time. And that was what was happening. Okay. RWS Superdomes. Next up were good old trusty Hades. A lot heavier. 10.34 grains. They were doing this, basically. Okay, these were the Hades. Okay, same point of aim. Then I went on to the QAS. These are pretty impressive, these pellets are. I'm kind of liking these at the minute. They seem to perform really well. 8.48 grain. That is what these did. Look at those groups. Those are one hole groups. That's what I'm talking about. Then we went on to the problem child that is Barracuda by H&N. These usually, most of the time, can be problematic because they're not lead. They're made of tin. So they are the non-toxic, but they did all right. They did all right. H&M Barracuda Green. Then we went on to JSB Exacts 8.44 grain. That was them. This is where we got, that's what we did here. We got a flyer there. Is that the gun? Is it me? Oh, who knows? Environmental issues. But that was them. And then last but not least, went on to something a little bit different. H&N Terminators. Those. Just for a bit of fun, just see how they go. They dropped, which surprised me because these are 7.25 grain. And they dropped low. So I don't know whether the barrel just wasn't particularly liking them. Look how low that one went. Almost off the paper. So really weird, really weird. Whether it's the aerodynamics of those ones or what, don't know. But pretty decent accuracy, guys, for a sub 12. You know, 30 yards. I forgot to write 30 yards. Oh, and I forgot to sign my target. How rude of me. But yeah, decent accuracy with what, seven different types of pellets. All, you know, pretty different. Definitely different makes. Yeah, it's accurate, and that was with that. So that is a prism scope. You know, I can't zoom in on that. It is at a set magnification. So I was just on 10 times, which that is set to, and it did all right. So, you know, with a scope, a conventional scope, maybe it'd do even better. But I just thought, you know, let's just try the prism scope for a change. Threaded. The rifle is, the Katran is, or Katran. How do you guys say? Is it Katran or Katran? I've always called it a Katran myself, but threaded there to take a mod anyway. Shrouded barrel, CZ barrel. I mean, what is not to like about a CZ barrel? You know, it's, yeah, CZ barrels, we all know what CZ barrels are like. But no, pretty damn impressive. These rifles come in a hard case. This one is a little bit battered because this is a review gun. Okay, kindly on loan from AirMaks. And if I can open it, I'll show you what bits come with it. So you get your fill probe there, and your manual is pretty simple and pretty small. It's more, I say manual, it's more of a, but I mean it's more of a sheet, but it does tell you everything you really need to know. So how to fill it up. Those are some of the different models that they do, diagrams there. So a few more specs here. Exploded diagrams, which is nice, but I'd kind of like a bit more of a booklet going on there if that was me, you know, if it was up to me, and if I influenced them in any way, I'd kind of like a bit of a booklet going on. Maybe latest models have that, who knows. But nice hard case. It's always good to have a hard case with a gun rather than, well, as long as it's decent, you know. I'm not saying, you know, just go full on plastic case no matter what. You know, it's got to be a decent one that you'd use, you know, rather than these flimsy crappy ones. You may as well just have a cardboard box. But no, I am suitably impressed with the Katran. It has performed well. Did I mention the safety catch? There's a safety catch there. There's your filler area there. Just a nice looking rifle. Just enjoyed shooting this rifle. I really have. It's been a very, very cool, very comfortable, very ergonomic rifle. Just yeah, very cool indeed. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that, guys. That is your rack and load review and my thoughts on the Katran from AirMaks Arms from Czech Republic. Thanks for watching, guys. That is Rack and Load. See ya.